G'day, g'day, Shorey here. Finally, it's been a couple of weeks. It's a bit over 2 weeks ago. I put a video out saying I'm sick as a dog. I'll put a link here somewhere to it. I didn't know what it was, and I just thought I'm just going to have to ride this out because it just knocked me out for a sec. So put me in bed. I couldn't get out. I had no energy, I was completely lethargic. I had no appetite. I couldn't eat. And it really knocked me about. Now, about 5-6 days ago, I bit the bullet, dragged myself out of bed. I was feeling better, I must admit. I had a bit of ginger tea that one of the neighbours gave me. I thought that was very nice. But yeah, I finally dragged myself off to the medical clinic up in town and got a blood test. Find out what was wrong. Now, today's Tuesday, so yesterday, Monday, I went to go and collect the diagnosis from them, and basically I had typhoid, and still do for the sake of it. Basically, it takes a few weeks to get it out of your system with antibiotics, which I haven't had. Now they've said I could start antibiotics now. Probably not going to do a lot of good. In my head, I think I'm better off just fighting, let my body fight it itself, so I get maybe a bit of an immunity to it. Now, if you don't know what typhoid is, because I didn't, I'd heard the name of, obviously, but it basically comes from salmonella, from bad food or drink. Now, firstly, hey, look, I'd like to thank everybody that gave well wishes and people that were concerned. You people don't know me from a bar of soap and you're still sending me well wishes, so thanks for that. But one person did actually say, whether he was joking or not, that the water from the ice on top of my beer might have been making me crook, as a ha, drinking too much beer. Now, whether that person was serious or not, I don't know, but it's kind of true. Now, I've had to look it up myself and everything like that, of course, right? Now, it says it starts with a fever, which is what happened to me, okay? It gets worse day by day. Now, without a thermometer, I don't have one, but I just knew I was burning up, completely burning up. Cold press, from the sink, cold napkin on my forehead, trying to cool myself down, trying to get up, trying to have cold showers. But we were in the middle of a really cold snap here. So it was going from cold to hot, cold to hot. I don't think that was very good for me. Again, I'm here by myself. I've got no one to look after me. But anyway, I finally got to look up typhoid and what it is. And it starts with a fever that keeps going up day by day. Headache, weakness, stomach pain, no appetite. Wow, that was exactly what I had. Not so much, the headache was there, it was just a dull drone, But I was taking paracetamol for the pain in my body. So that was kind of fixing the headache anyway. The stomach pain was more of I just couldn't eat, and it says here no appetite. Okay, it says either diarrhea or constipation. Now I kind of find that funny. It says depending on the person. Look, honestly, I haven't had a solid shit in well over a year because I've been living over here for a year. Look, blame that on the food, blame it on the beer. I don't know, but it's just one of those things, and I kind of accepted that. One of my mates jokingly said he's been here for 3 years and hasn't had a solid shit, so I'm making fun of it now. It wasn't real serious, but it wasn't the diarrhea that was getting me, it was the constipation because I wasn't eating. Not so much constipation, I just couldn't shit. Fair enough. Now it says here, untreated, it can cause intestinal bleeding or perforation, which is deadly. Now, I haven't had any blood, everything's been good, so I'm assuming I've got past that part, everything's good. And it says here, treated early with proper antibiotics, recovery is straightforward. If I had known that, I might have got onto it a lot sooner, which is why I'm making the video, I guess. This is not the first time I've heard of typhoid here, by the way. I was at my local bar one day, and a guy came in, didn't look very healthy, and just told the owner there that he just come back from the doctors and stuff, and he had typhoid and he also had dengue fever, which wouldn't have surprised me either if it had said dengue fever. There's a lot of mosquitoes around at the moment. We've just come from the wet season. We haven't had a lot of rain since the wet, but there's mosquitoes everywhere, and the big ones too. So would not have surprised me whatsoever. Now it says here how you catch typhoid in Cambodia, which I found interesting. Dirty ice, which I just said, someone said that. Look, where I drink mostly at Two Moons, the girls there are quite careful when they take your beer out of ice. They get a napkin and they wipe the top of it to take the crushed ice off and give it to you. Not all the time, I must admit, but most of the time they're pretty good at it. And it says unwashed veggies. Damn you, vegetables. Hey, look, I eat out all the time, right? I don't cook at home. I don't have unwashed vegetables. I eat fruit at home. I buy bananas. I buy dragon fruit. Love dragon fruit. All these things have got skin on them. You take the skin off, you eat them. Right? I had a bit of a run on some mandarins just recently from Australia. Bought them from Australia. And they're lovely nandies. Again, it doesn't matter this on the outside. The other thing is street food handling with poor hygiene. Now, I've talked about this before. I don't eat a lot of street food for that reason. I don't trust them. But I have got one street guy that does a nice fried rice. I'll mention this in one of my other videos. I watched him very carefully for probably a good week or two before I decided to go and have his fried rice, because he was always busy. He was always going through his product, and he seemed reasonably clean, if you like. So yeah, there's that one. And then the other one's contaminated well water. Now, I don't drink water, but I do brush my teeth out of the sink. Things like that. So I might just be a bit more careful about that. But anyway, that's what causes it. Now, it's not airborne. You have to ingest the bacteria to be able to get it. So if you hug someone with typhoid, they won't give it to you or anything like that. But eating food they're handling might. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to be a little bit more careful. Now, what I've decided to do is, like I said, is I'm just going to write it out now. I feel 1,000 times better than I did 2 weeks ago. But it's only been the last 4 or 5 days that I've come good. So it was well and truly 2 weeks, well and truly 14 days that this knocked me about. I haven't had a beer. I haven't had a beer for 16 days now, I think it is. I couldn't stomach it. I'm thinking about having one today. Don't know. But I just thought, while I'm sitting there and I'm feeling healthy, I'll make this little video and just let you know what hit me. Now, I also asked while I was at the medical centre, and I'm going back, so I'm going to try and see if I can sneak a bit of a video in. But I'm going back to the same clinic. They spoke reasonably good English, and the person that came out and read, it was in French. It's really weird, hey? You don't expect it to be in French, but a lot of the places are here French run. Now, they had to read it out to me because it was in French, and it said the typhoid from salmonella. I went, yeah, okay, so... and I said, look, can you do some other tests on me? I want to check my blood sugar and cholesterol and things like that. And they said it would be a bad reading. It wouldn't be, because you've got to still have a slight fever. It wouldn't be a very good reading. So they suggested give it a couple of weeks, come back and they'll do it again. Now that blood test and thing from them cost me the princely sum of $40 American. So about $60 Australian. Hey, not the end of the world, right? So that's for blood tests. Got to admit, even the person taking the blood sample wasn't wearing gloves. Right? It's just a matter of when they put the, put it in there. So I haven't got a whole lot of faith in the medical system here, but that's my first time being in Asia, being sick, and look, I will be a bit more vigilant next time. If I come down with something like that again, I will try my damnedest to go and get some treatment a bit earlier, because I just had to ride it out here. There's nothing I could do about it. Just lay down in bed. I got no TV here and like that. I just slept as much as I could. And that's what everyone kept saying, just rest, 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 rest. But the pain that went through my body, the weakness, just agonizing back pain, every time I moved, everything hurt. So it was not a pleasant experience, guys. So I don't wish it upon anybody. But yeah, so that's my typhoid story. I don't know where it come from. I'm not even going to try and imagine how it happened. Okay, like I said, I eat out most of the time. Most of the places I eat out at, I'm fairly confident of, but you wouldn't know. You have no idea what's going on in the kitchen. I mean, this place has a garbage problem, Kampot. It has a really bad garbage problem, which in turn causes a rat problem. And rat feces, rat urine, who knows? Things like that could just be everywhere and just make you really sick. So anyway, I just want to make you aware that thank you very much for everybody that gave me well wishes, and I even had a few this morning going, "Sorry, we haven't heard from you for a couple of weeks. Are you okay?" Look, thanks. It just goes to show people do watch my videos, I suppose, and I hope this helps somebody else. Yeah, if you get that fever thing, just go and get it checked. That's probably what I don't know if it would have helped. I think as they're saying here on Google, it takes a couple of weeks anyway, even with antibiotics. So I don't know whether I would have been better faster or whatever. I did hear a few people talking, a few days, and they were crook, flu type symptoms, and that's what everyone was saying was flu type symptoms, which I didn't have. I didn't have the runny nose or the cough or anything like that. So I was going not with the flu. There you go. I was saying, no, there's something else wrong with me. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, in Australia, I would have called an ambulance and rushed me to hospital, but can't do that here. I wouldn't even know who to call, to be honest. I'd have to jump in a tuk-tuk and say, take me to the hospital, and hope and pray that they took me in. There's no need for masks or anything like that with me. It wasn't airborne. Not that I knew that, but I didn't go anywhere. I still had stuff delivered, which was so great. They just come to the front door, basically, just at the front gate. And a pharmacy, even, I used to bring me paracetamol. A couple of bucks. It's cheap. But yeah, anyway, I'm feeling better. Yeah, sure he's back on it. Hopefully I'll be able to make a few more videos now. Giving me a few more ideas, to be honest. Anyway, thanks for watching.